Alright, baseball fans, let's talk about something that might sound a little strange, a problem, when we're discussing Shohei Ohtani. It feels almost counterintuitive, right? Ohtani is a truly special hitter. But what truly makes him a unicorn is his unparalleled ability to hit and pitch at an elite level. He's accomplished things nobody else in the game has, solidifying his status as a two-way phenom. He even takes that absurdity to another level by hitting and pitching in the very same game he starts on the mound. And that's exactly what he did this past Monday for the Los Angeles Dodgers, marking his first appearance as a pitcher in over a full season. While he showed some expected rust on the mound, which is totally understandable, he also displayed a rare weakness at the plate. One that the Los Angeles Angels, his former team, knew all too well. The Ohtani Problem, a unicorn's glitch? Here's the intriguing part. When Shohei Ohtani bats leadoff in games where he also starts as a pitcher, his numbers are, well, far from stellar. The sample size is admittedly small, but 8.179 batting average, .289 on-base percentage, and .385 slugging percentage as a leadoff hitter in games he starts on the mound. That's closer to the kind of slash line you'd expect from a traditional pitcher hitting back in the day. Not a generational talent like Ohtani. Just look at his first at-bat on Monday. He struck out swinging against Padres ace Dylan Cease. So, why does a player who is arguably the best hitter in baseball seem to struggle in these specific first at-bats when he's also pitching? There are a few key reasons. The physical toll and rapid transition, pitching. Especially at Ohtani's elite velocity and intensity. We saw him hit 100.2 miles per hour in that first inning. Throwing 28 pitches is incredibly taxing on the entire body. To then immediately shed his pitching gear, grab his bat, and prepare to hit with virtually no recovery time is an immense physical burden. His muscles are fatigued, and the biomechanics needed for elite pitching are completely different from those for elite hitting. There's no time for his body to fully reset. The mental switch. The mental demands of pitching in a Major League Baseball game are enormous. A pitcher is constantly strategizing, focusing on pitch location, sequencing, and reading hitters' swings, to immediately flip that mental switch and become a hitter. Focusing on timing, pitch recognition, and plate approach, without even a moment to return to the dugout to decompress, is a unique and incredibly challenging cognitive load. Lack of dedicated hitting warm-up. As a leadoff hitter, you're the first one up. Normally, you'd get a very specific, focused hitting warm-up before the game. But when Ohtani is pitching, his pregame routine is entirely geared towards his pitching mechanics. He's literally grabbing his hitting gear at the rail, highlighting just how little time he has to mentally and physically prepare for that first plate appearance. The adrenaline of pitching at such a high level, followed by the immediate need to switch to hitting, can disrupt his usual hitting rhythm and timing, which are incredibly precise for elite batters. Dave Roberts' dilemma and potential adjustments. Dodgers manager Dave Roberts is now facing a familiar strategic puzzle that the Angels navigated for years. While Ohtani is undeniably an incredible hitter when he's solely the designated hitter, the added burden of pitching seems to impact his initial at-bat. Roberts has openly acknowledged this. While he did start Ohtani in the leadoff spot for his pitching debut, he also stated that it could change going forward. This signals a clear flexibility and a willingness to adapt if this trend of lower leadoff numbers on pitching days persists. So, what are the potential solutions for the Dodgers? Move him down the order. This is the most logical adjustment. Batting Ohtani second or third, or even lower in the lineup, would provide him with a crucial few extra minutes, or even half an inning, to recover physically and mentally from pitching before he steps into the batter's box. This slight delay could make a significant difference in his ability to be his usual elite self at the plate. Continued workload management. The Dodgers are already carefully managing his pitching workload, limiting him to 1 or 2 innings to start. This reduced pitching exposure might inherently lessen the overall impact on his hitting. But that initial at-bat after throwing remains the most challenging. Accept the trade-off, given Ohtani's overall immense value, both from the mound, even for a short stint, and at the plate. The Dodgers might simply accept this minor dip in his first at-bat as a necessary consequence of his unique, unprecedented abilities. After all, He did get his revenge with a couple of RBI knocks against Cease in his next two at-bats, in Game 5. This Ohtani problem is a fascinating, almost unique, challenge that only a player of his caliber can create. It underscores the incredible demands of being a true two-way superstar and presents a compelling strategic puzzle for the Dodgers to solve as they continue to integrate him fully back into his dual role. The big question now is, will Dave Roberts make that lineup change? Or will he continue to trust Ohtani to overcome this specific problem? We'll be watching closely as the season unfolds. Alright, baseball fans. Shohei Ohtani's highly anticipated return to the mound for the Dodgers on Monday gave us a glimpse of the two-way phenom in action. But it also highlighted a familiar challenge that the Angels knew all too well. While Ohtani's ability to hit and pitch at an elite level makes him a true unicorn, his performance at the plate when he's also pitching has a rare, noticeable flaw. When batting leadoff in games he starts, Ohtani's numbers are surprisingly subdued. His slash line in these situations, a mere .179, .289, .385, looks more like a traditional pitcher's stats than that of a superstar hitter. In his first at-bat on Monday as a pitcher, Ohtani struck out against Padres ace Dylan Cease. This isn't just a small sample size issue from one game. It's a trend that suggests the unique mental and physical demands of pitching might affect his initial plate appearances. Dodgers manager Dave Roberts now faces an interesting dilemma. Ohtani is undeniably crucial to the lineup, and his two RBIs later in the game proved his offensive power. However, to maximize Ohtani's full two-way impact, Roberts might need to reconsider his batting order on Ohtani's pitching days. The current plan has been for Ohtani to lead off when he pitches, a choice Roberts ran by him, and Ohtani said he was good with it. However, Roberts also indicated that things are uncharted territory for the Dodgers in managing a two-way player of Ohtani's caliber, and they will continue to gather information. This isn't about Ohtani's overall hitting prowess. He's an MVP-caliber slugger. It's about optimizing his performance in those specific, demanding moments when he's pulling double duty. Will Roberts make a change? Perhaps moving Ohtani down a spot or two in the lineup on his pitching days to alleviate that initial pressure? It's a strategic puzzle the Dodgers will need to solve as Ohtani continues to build up his pitching workload. Alright, baseball fans. Shohei Ohtani's highly anticipated return to the mound for the Dodgers on Monday gave us a glimpse of the two-way phenom in action. But it also highlighted a familiar challenge that the Angels knew all too well. While Ohtani's ability to hit and pitch at an elite level makes him a true unicorn, his performance at the plate when he's also pitching has a rare, noticeable flaw. When batting leadoff in games he starts, Ohtani's numbers are surprisingly subdued. His slash line in these situations, a mere .179, .289, .385, looks more like a traditional pitcher's stats than that of a superstar hitter. In his first at-bat on Monday as a